Hi friends, it's Jen Hoffman here. This episode is a little different than normal. The last week and a half has been hard, here in my town of Orlando, and for people all over the world. I, like many others, have been feeling so sad and brokenhearted. I've also had waves of fear and helplessness that feel heavy and paralyzing. I wanted to record a short, different kind of episode this week to speak to those of you who might be feeling the same. Think of it as a love note from me to you, especially if dark feelings are looming. My deepest hope and wish is that I am an ambassador of love. To me, that mostly means that I show up, that I'm willing to connect, to engage, and to listen. And I've learned that I'm best able to do those things when I take care of myself emotionally. So I thought today I'd share with you how I process some of the hard emotions when bad things happen. Not surprisingly, I think there is a connection between how we physically take care of ourselves and how we emotionally take care of ourselves. I wanted to give you a little bit of inspiration for that. So the first hard emotion, sadness. I've learned I have to deal with my own sadness in such a way that allows me to be in the presence of someone else's sadness without needing to push it away. That means I have to let myself feel sad. Usually, that looks like me in a restorative pose like bound angle or a psoas release, just letting the tears flow. If you feel that sadness close to the surface but are having trouble processing it, really feeling it, lay down on the floor. Prop your shoulders and your head up with a bolster of some kind, a couch cushion, a rolled up sleeping bag, a couple of pillows. Let your rib cage just relax to the floor. To make it as gentle as possible, you can even keep your knees bent and the soles of your feet on the ground. And just lie there. Let the tears come. Let yourself feel sadness. It's an important part of processing that emotion. The second big kind of uncomfortable emotion that many of us face in hard times is anger. I think anger is a strategy. It's not really an emotion itself, but rather a strategy for dealing with fear or sadness. I'm best able to process my own anger when I get to the root of the matter. Am I sad or am I afraid? I already shared how I process sadness. Here's what I do for fear. Fear is dangerous for me because I find it paralyzing. It keeps me from showing up, from connecting. See, fear and action, they're not great companions. So when I'm feeling afraid, I go for a walk, outside in nature if possible. Or I unroll my yoga mat and I go through a series of poses for 20 minutes. It doesn't really even matter what they are, anything that kind of comes to mind. But that physical practice helps ground myself in the moment. See, fear is always future-oriented. It always begins with two words. What if? Radical presence is the best antidote I know of for fear. So I do something to really ground myself in the here and now. There's nothing like moving your body to help you do that. Friends, so often we separate our physical health and wellness from our mental health and wellness, but they are wonderfully, beautifully interconnected. All of the things that we do to take care of our bones and muscles, to promote our physical health, they can and should also support our emotional health as well. My hope and wish for you is that this work will always be a tool and a resource that equips you in every way to show up for your life with the most love possible. This world desperately needs your love. I'm so grateful for each of you. I wish I could kind of gather us all in a room and walk us through this stuff together. But for now, you do it in your corner of the world, and I'll do it in mine. Give someone close to you a hug, and remember, you're doing such important work in learning to care for yourself. It is the beginning of how you care for others. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to connect more with me, head over to healthymoving.com. I'll be back with a more traditional episode next week, friends. Until then, be well, move well, and love well. I'm grateful for you.